Hi, my name is Tashi, and you're watching Beauty in the Bar. So today I'm really excited because I wanted to do something that went around YouTube a long time ago, but I think people are still doing, which is if I could only keep one item from my collection, and or like if I had to rebuild my collection from scratch, what would I do? I was thinking about this because I did the video about the value of my collection, and the value was high, and I was like, there's no way I would spend that much money to replace all of those things in the collection. So I collected an idea of what I think I would buy if like I lost all of my makeup. And it's still like a good amount of money, but much more reasonable. And I think it did end up being one thing from each category, mainly because I think that's what I would try to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna start off showing you the things that I would keep and explaining why. Here we go. The first is primer. The primer that I would keep if given, only if everything was taken away is the Boscia primer. It is $38, but I really, really like it. It does a better job than any primer I've tried, and so this is the one that I would go and repurchase. It's pretty much the only one. I mean, I have a deluxe size of the Fenty mattifying primer, and I have like some samples of hydrating primers, but this is really my go-to, so this would be the one. For foundation, I would actually keep the Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation. Even though it's kind of pricey, I'll have to look up the price of this, but I think it's like $40-something. It just looks so smooth and so pretty. I'm wearing the Fenty one today. I'm not wearing this one, but like this is the one that I would go and buy. It's won my heart. Even though I know it's expensive, I would spend the money on it. I would spend the money on it over again. The next thing would be concealer, and I actually don't have the concealer that I would buy. I am kind of like going to be looking for a concealer once I finish up my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, because I'm trying not to purchase from Too Faced going forward. But I do have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, but I don't think that's the one I would get. I think the one that I would get is the, what is it called? The Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. I've used up a whole thing of that before, and I really liked it. I think the price point is great. The quality is great. So that's the concealer that I would pick up to just highlight my under eyes and do whatever highlighting I would do, but mainly all I do is highlight my under eyes. So that's the concealer. The powder that I would pick up, I actually have, is the Fenty Beauty powder. This is the shade Hazelnut. I think there's probably a few shades that would work for me, but Hazelnut's working just fine. I have this on today. I really like it. It's $32 if I remember correctly, but you get so much product, so I would invest in this. I think what I'll do after the video is go ahead and add up the whole total of what this little repurchase collection would be, but this is the powder that I would get. Blush was a really hard category for me, but I did end up choosing, and it's kind of surprised me. It's the Nars blush in the shade Goulue, which I think I'm pronouncing incorrectly, but I'll put it down below. I don't think you can buy a full size of this. I got this as a Sephora VIB like welcome gift, and then I used it all up, like every last little crumb, and then my friend Aaliyah repurchased this for me as a gift, and I just really, really love it. The reason I would choose this is because I think it's like a perfect tone that's like, it's a little bit purple, it's a little bit pink. It just goes with basically any sort of makeup look that I'm trying to do, and it's a really good blush for like corporate or work makeup as well. It's buildable, it's really easy to use. So this is the one I would choose if I could only have one, and or if I just had to repurchase, I would go ahead and like find a mini of this. I think in addition to that, I might get the e.l.f. highlighter, like workout ready lip and cheek palette, because it is only $8. But I think I would get this. For highlighter, I think it's cheating to choose a highlighter that is discontinued, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's the Wet n Wild Megaglo in the Sweetest Bling. It's what I have on today. It's my favorite highlighter. And even though it is a pink tone, I don't care. Like, this is still the one that I would get, especially if I could have the e.l.f. highlighter palette that has that like clear highlight in it. This is the one. Even if I couldn't keep the e.l.f. one as well, this is the one that I would get. I would go and like pay money up the wazoo to like buy this on the secondhand market. Or alternatively, I might buy one of the new Blushlighters, which I have one of those and it's very good. So I might just go ahead and grab that instead. But I just love this thing. I love it. Contour, I think this isn't going to be any surprise. I would get the Smashbox step-by-step contour palette that I've used two of already. This is my favorite contour. I don't know if I'll repurchase it once I finish it all up. I think I'll want to try something new. And then I also have like the Urban Decay Shapeshifter palette that has some contours in it that I want to work through. But this would be the one that I would choose to rebuy. And then I'd get an additional blush in here, a nice terracotta colored blush. So that would be kind of a twofer. That would be great. I wouldn't buy eye primer because I just feel like I don't need it. I would just use my concealer as eye primer. But eyeshadow, I surprised myself. I would get the Stoned Vibes palette. I just love this so much. I feel like ever since I got it, no look is complete without throwing this on. I'm not in love with the mattes, but I don't care. Like, I would still get it. I would just accept that the mattes aren't going to be like that life-changing, and I would just use the crud out of those glitters. Like, it's just everything to me right now. If I could have two palettes, I would also get the Born to Run palette. But even though, especially with this being half price now, like, this is the one that I would go and buy and be like, okay, I need to remake my eyeshadow collection. This would be it. I would just be a glittery princess, and I'm okay with that. Eyeliners. For a liquid liner, no surprise, I would get the Kat Von D Tattoo liner. I think this is the best liquid liner, and I would go with black because that's the eyeliner I use the most. I have this on today as a wing. And for pencil liner, it was a little bit harder because I have a lot of different shades of pencil liners, but I think I would go with this NYX Professional Makeup eyeliner in the shade Tropical Green. It is just a really beautiful matte green color. So it works really well on the waterline and on the lid. It's a really big punch of color. It's high impact. It's not expensive at all. Like, I think these pencils are like $4 or something around there. So yeah, this is the one that I would get. I think it's really nice for highlighting brown eyes and bringing out like the beauty of that natural color. And of all the eyeliners that I have, I wouldn't say this one is my favorite, but if I could only have one, this is the one. For lipstick, the lipstick that I would get is the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint in the shade Uncensored. It's the bright red one. And the reason is because if I can only have one lipstick, I'm going to choose a bright red. And this is my favorite bright red that I've tried. Yeah, if I can just choose one lipstick, I'm going to go big, and I'm going to get this one. Like, I want high impact. I want to be able to just do a black wing and this, or a shimmer shade on the lid and this. So that's what I would pick, even though I don't wear red lipstick very often. In fact, I kind of want to, now I'm going to challenge myself to do a look in the near future with red lipstick. But normally I don't wear red lipstick, but I wouldn't want to not have that option. So this is the one I'd pick. And for lip gloss, no surprises here. Tower 28 lip gloss. I would choose the shade Fearless. This is one I use the most. It's like a purple shade. I have it on today. I just think this goes with so many different looks. It can look really pretty with like blue, green, purple, pink makeup looks. And it's just the best lip gloss that I've tried. The texture is just unmatched and really unusual. And so this is the one that I would go with. Like, all hail the Tower 28 lip glosses. So for brow products, I'm not super picky, but if I had to pick right now, like gun to my head, I would pick the Glossier Boy Brow, but I also really like the Benefit Gimme Brow. I'm not picky when it comes to brow products. I kind of would just pick like a colored brow gel just to add some color. I keep my brows pretty natural. I just get them threaded and add color. So I wouldn't be too picky about this, and it takes me a really long time to use up a brow product, so I wouldn't mind getting something higher in. So I'd probably get one of those, but I'm not like married to the idea. But I think I would go out and buy one of those or a similar drugstore option if there was one that I had heard was pretty good. That's a category where, like, I kind of don't know. No particular product really has my heart and spirit in this category. Finally, setting spray. I would choose the Urban Decay D-Slick. I always call it the all-nighter oil control or something like that, but it's called the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. This is basically like all-nighter but oil control, and I have very oily skin, so this is super helpful to me. It really does just keep the oil at bay just that much longer. So I really, really appreciate this. I hope Urban Decay keeps it around. I'm not sure how well it's selling because I feel like these variations on their setting spray like didn't get a lot of hype or a lot of buzz, but I picked this up at a Nordstrom Rack travel size, and this is my second travel size. Spoiler alert for future empties, but I just finished one. And yeah, this is the one setting spray that I would choose. I like the original all-nighter, but like nothing's gonna be oil control for me. So that's it. That's everything that I would get if I had to choose only one item. And it's kind of the same video as if I did, you know, if I had to build my makeup collection from scratch, because I think I would choose just one item in each category. And these are things that I would pick. I'm kind of surprised at myself that a lot of it is high end. I will add up the value of all of these things and put them down in the description so we can compare it to my $1,800 total from my value of my collection video. It's crazy that they all fit in like a little basket sitting on my lap. And I feel like this is what I'd start with, and I'm sure I would buy additional things because I've made it very apparent that I can't be tamed. I can't stop myself. Spoiler alert, I've also broken my no buy, and I will show you what I got. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen, but yeah, that's been broken. Just a little, just picked up one or two things. So that's about all for this video. Like this video if you liked it. Please share with anyone you think would be interested. Subscribe. Leave me a comment down below if you love any of these products, or if there's other products that you think of that you really would go out and repurchase, even if they tend to be expensive. I'm especially interested when people are like, yes, I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I would spend $60 on this again. Like, it must be a gem. So anyway, thanks again, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.